All right, welcome back, gentlemen, and our kind listeners. We're doing our first podcast after graduating college.
That's true.
And
That's true.
how you guys feeling? How you guys?
Relaxed.
College is
About college?
Yeah, being over.
Oh my god. I feel like a weight has been lifted off of my chest.
I miss college, but I don't miss school.
Yeah,
So
that's a
That's
fair
true.
point. I mean, I'm still okay. Well, I still have one class left. I technically graduate in August, but I moved back home, so for all intents and purposes, I'm done.
And I'm still living in
But
Gainesville.
you're living in Gainesville, but you're done with school.
That's
which is the best part.
But now I'm bored.
Yes.
Out there.
But
all alone.
yeah, it's
Oh,
only
no.
for summer. He's got a summer to himself. And then
Yeah.
besides that, yeah, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
I will be fine. But
Visiting Miami though,
that's true.
hence the ability to record
A podcast for the first time
in quite a while.
And what are we recording today?
Well, today we're talking about E3, Gabe. Today we're talking about what all these companies presented and what we took away from E3.
And what does E3 stand for?
That's a good question, Max. And you know what? I'll answer that in right now. It stands for
The Electronic Entertainment Expo.
There we go. That was me in just a different voice.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what it's. That's what.
Oh, okay. All right. I see how we're doing
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
But yeah, E3 is pretty much the Comic-Con for video games.
Basically.
Happens every summer, and it's
How many days is it? It was 4 days this year.
it's
I
about
thought
4 days of announcements and then like an extra few days of playing the games.
I always
after
thought
that.
I don't know why I always thought it was like a weekend, like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
The weekend?
like a Comic Con, like 3 days. Oh, I don't know.
No, the conferences run from like Saturday to Tuesday, and then the rest of the week to Friday they play games.
Okay.
Like they demo the games and all that.
So it's a convention.
It is.
Yeah, no, it's
a convention.
It's a video
It's
game
just-
convention.
it's an expo.
It's the video game convention.
That's what I call it now. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're basically just going to go with each conference in order and just pick out the games that grabbed our interest.
When did
So we're starting off with...
first up is
it's EA, Electronic Arts.
when did
So-
they perform or not perform? When did they?
Well, they were the first ones. They were on the...
That was Saturday.
Saturday, I think.
Okay.
Friday or Saturday.
So what did they announce? What did they talk about?
Well, I think they had the most awkward conference. That was that was hard to watch. Especially how they announced the new Star Wars game Jedi Fallen Order. That was very weird.
Yeah, I saw that.
But if we're going just off the name, which is all they gave us, I'm interested.
Mhm.
So there's that.
Is that supposed to be like a Battlefront spin-off? What is?
It's no
It's its own thing?
all we have is a title. No,
Okay.
it's not connected to Battlefront, but other
It's
than
just
that,
because Star Wars. I'm not
yeah.
so deep into the gaming thing, but
Gabe, you're also a little extra invested because it's Star Wars, right?
Well,
It's-
yeah, but I mean, the name grabs me. Sure,
Yeah.
I'll look at it. It's not for sure buy yet. The Battlefront 2 DLCs, that's pretty neat. They're adding Kenobi and Grievous to it in the Clone Wars and Solo, so that's nice. And the other thing that grabbed me is a Sea of Solitude. I like the art style; it looks really interesting. And the presenter, she did her best. English is not her first language. You can tell. But you can tell that she was very, she put her heart into the game. So that was actually very rare to see, and I like that a lot.
that's part of what makes it cool.
I thought it was, I watched that trailer. I thought it was a bit odd, it looked more like an indie game.
It is an indie game.
Yeah, and then we
It's just something,
branched it
it's
under
like,
EA.
because EA announced it, because it's like, they're helping them develop it, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, there's
But,
some
yeah, but
cooperation
like,
there.
during these conferences, like, indie developers will ask other companies to announce
out.
their games and help them out, because they're not going to hold a conference when they're
Right,
a small
for that.
developer with maybe like one game under their belt.
Right.
So there's that, but yeah, no, it is an indie title.
And what genre was that? I watched the trailer. I was
Indie.
yeah. Oh, great. I don't know. Was it like a horror kind of thing?
Definitely indie.
Definitely indie.
Indie.
Definitely not EA.
Definitely
we
not
know that.
EA style. Right?
Yeah.
I was like, it doesn't feel EA when I was watching it. So
Anything else grab you guys from here?
Well, EA for me, you showed me Anthem quite a while back. Anthem is basically what because I got into Battlefront recently, and I actually picked up the Battlefront 2 game not too long ago. And I don't think I'm all that interested in getting any DLC. I think I'll be fine with the base game.
Yeah.
But Anthem is probably is one that I'm gonna be looking at more because that one looks
Anthem
like
looks-
a lot of fun.
It looks
Anthem
really good.
looks phenomenal.
Looks
It's
like a lot of fun.
It looks like Destiny got like a huge
Like a revamp.
upgrade.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it made just from the first trailer that we saw, I don't know how many months ago.
It was at last E3, I think.
Yeah, something about and it was just so good. Like I love the the flying mechanic.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And the team up and you like when we watch that trailer, you love the fact that you can go underwater and see the difference.
Well, yeah, you can fly. It's so open world.
Open world.
You fly. You can drop down. You land. You can fly in the water. Mm-hmm. It's like Iron Man, but in the open world.
I was about to say that
with Destiny elements.
I was gonna say that. It looks very Iron Man.
And the actual look is great too.
What I also thought was really awesome about the trailers, or at least the old trailer, is the different mechanics of the suits. So like even the suits, which are like your exo suits from Fallout, and they each had like a unique thing. This one was like your fighting style is your exosuit, which is really cool.
Something they announced at this E3, which I really like, is that you could change your suit at any time.
Yeah.
So you're not locked into a class because there are 4 different classes of suits, different fighting styles each one. You can change them at any time.
Yeah.
They said
That's
so.
cool.
That's nice. You're not locked into one. You have to make a different file. You just switch suits, and that's great.
That's probably what
Helps
I'm
keep the
looking
game
forward
pace up.
to.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that game so much.
Yeah,
that's early next year, right?
I think that's the one we're all looking forward to the most from EA.
Yeah, for me.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
Not from me.
No, yeah, I didn't have.
That's literally my favorite game.
That was probably the worst conference of all of them, though.
Yeah.
That's not saying much this year, though.
No, but I mean, you also when you compare it to especially to who's up next.
Well, I meant just like not just how much they presented, but overall.
Yeah.
Like the presentation itself.
Gotcha.
It was just so awkward. It was them apologizing for the loot boxes repeatedly, and then the guy in the audience who was talking about Jedi Fallen Order. It was a mess.
It was a mess. All right, what's next on your list?
We move on to Microsoft.
Hopefully Microsoft wasn't a mess.
Well, for me, I think that in terms of pure showmanship and presentation, Microsoft easily wins E3.
Yeah.
If that's the term we want to use. Not because they announced 50 games, but it's how they announced them.
Yeah, it's not just what they're announcing; it's how
it's like they showed a montage, they showed a few trailers, and then they would talk about the games in depth.
Yeah.
And it was a nice time. It was a very long conference.
Well, 50 games.
So
it's not exactly light work.
Yeah, so let's dissect it.
I mean, the most interesting things to me were the Cuphead DLC because I own Cuphead. Even though, oh my god, the game's so difficult. I've probably beat. I know for a fact I beat less than 5 levels. So I have no idea why I did that. I don't know why I'd get the DLC anytime soon. Right. But once I get through that game, I hope to pick it up again and beat it easily. Well, I don't know about easily, but
I don't know about
soon enough. But once I beat it, I'll get the DLC.
I'm glad that a game like that is getting DLC.
Yeah.
But I think because you guys know how like the developers quit their jobs to finish the game. I think this is just whatever was left on the cutting room floor. Whatever bosses didn't make it into the game initially, they're just putting them in now.
You ever have an argument and then you think of the perfect thing to say afterwards, and then you can't? That's basically maybe that could have happened too, where they had an idea afterwards.
And they're just adding one island, a new playable character, and some extra bosses and weapons, which I'm cool with.
I know you're a fan of Cuphead too. So
you played it?
Me?
No, he likes it, but
no, I played it on his a little bit, but it's definitely my style.
Yeah.
I watched a lot of gameplay for it. It was a lot
for the DLC or for Cuphead.
Just for Cuphead. And it looked like a fun time. It looked challenging as heck, and I think it's better with.
It's easier with 2 players.
Oh, it's probably not just easier, but funner with 2 players. To be fair, most games are more fun with multiple people.
Yeah.
And another one that caught my eye because that's my kind of game. Forza Horizon 4, racing games in general are my kind of thing, but especially these games that are just so well made. I got the Horizon 3 bundle for my 1S. And dude, I spent hours on days playing that game. So much fun, and it took me a while to be like it's an enormous game, so it's gonna take you a while. And this one just looked so beautiful.
Are you gonna pick it up immediately?
Probably not immediately because I still have my Motorsport series to go to. I have the latest Motorsport, so I still have to get through that one. But after I beat that one, then I'll probably Horizon 4. If I'm gonna pick up another Forza, Horizon 4 is gonna be it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Max?
One of the things. I mean, besides the one that I know me and Rodrigo really...
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that guy. But I thought it was interesting that The Division 2, they were going to release a sequel to The Division. I played The Division for a bit, and it was kind of more of the same. It looked really good. It was fun. But it was supposed to be multiplayer, and it didn't really live up to that. I wanted to go around with my brothers and, check out the streets, but it didn't end up working out like that. We never could get it to work, or just didn't have the time to figure that out. So I stopped playing Division altogether, And so I knew they kept giving DLC for it, but I never thought they would go for a second run, which is interesting. I might take a look at it.
I was going to ask you if you were going to pick it up.
Maybe, but
you'd have to know more.
I'd have to know more than just
more's
trailer.
Gonna come out, so.
Yeah,
we're going to learn more.
They you know what they probably would do, because they did it with the first division. They might do a beta, and I might pick up and play that and see what that's like.
Try that out.
If it's more of the same, maybe not get it, but I'm looking forward to a beta to try that out.
Mm-hmm.
That would be fun.
Anything for you, Gabe?
Well, we went over Cuphead, and I'm glad. I'm surprised to see Battletoads is making a comeback, because we're living in an age that like retro gaming is really coming back. We have Mega Man 11 coming out. Shovel Knight was recent. Spyro and Crash got remade. Like, all these older games are either being remade or new games are made in the style of older games.
Oh yeah, that's popular.
But it's a huge wave of this happening now.
Yeah,
and
there's like a retro movement,
which I love, but I just don't get why it's happening now. I just don't. Not that I'm mad about it.
Probably because it's cycles. That's always how it is.
Yeah, I guess
it's always
cycle. So yeah, that's
soon enough we'll be wearing 70s style clothes again and all that. It's all gonna happen.
Jesus,
God.
I hope not, please.
Not the hairstyles. Leave the hairstyles in the past.
No, or the clothes, dude. If you look at
just all of it.
Yeah, just all of it.
It's a lot of free flowing stuff, though. I mean,
but it's a lot. Have you seen like ties and stuff? Like on that 70s show, perfect example. All that clothes, some of it looks good, but dude, the collars are like 8 miles wide. You hit other people's necks with the collars of the shirts, but who knows? I guess we're in a wave. I don't know if it's millennials driving it or what, but there's a huge wave of retro style games. And look at Urban Outfitter. Look at all those types of stores where they have all these Polaroids and all that stuff again. So
yeah, but for me, the game that blew me away, or that I took away the most from for the Microsoft conference, was Jump Force. Yeah, because I'm an anime fan, specifically Shonen Jump. Oh. And this is how they're celebrating 50 years. And you show Naruto, Monkey D. Luffy, and Goku in a trailer, I'm there. And they're like, those are the big three. And then they end the trailer with showing Light Yagami and Ryuk from Death Note.
Yes. So
those are the only ones confirmed. And you see a bunch of articles online now about like, the top people that we want. And the one that makes me laugh the most is Yugi Moto. Because this is a fighting game, and I'm wondering what they're gonna do if he's in it.
No, do you know who should be in it? One Punch Man. I think that'd be hilarious.
Isn't he?
Yeah, like he's like they've only confirmed.
I know nothing about this game.
They've only confirmed like 8 characters. They confirmed 2 from each of the 4 franchises that were shown in the trailer.
Okay, I
think he'd be hilarious to have his part.
Oh, he'll probably be in there. I wish it was more of a 2D fighter than this 3D style.
Oh, gotcha.
But I'm looking forward to it just because I love this whole crossover thing. The thing that's throwing me off, that's really weird to see, is that they're battling on Earth, like our Earth. Like they're battling in New York City and all that.
Interesting.
So that's like the backdrop. They say it's a very comprehensive story, but it's a fighting game, so I'm not expecting much of the story.
Yeah, don't.
I just want to see some of my favorite characters knock it out with each other. So
don't knock fighting game stories.
Super
Smash Bros. Brawl had a fun story. Wait, was it Brawl? Yeah,
the Subspace Emissary.
I love that.
Really?
I thought it was so much fun. Where you go around, you were introduced.
I'm glad there's something.
When you think Smash Bros, though,
no, it's not. It's not a story, but it's. I thought it was fun, and
I'm just saying.
I'm
just saying. I don't. If it's a fighting game, I'm not going in for the story.
Yeah, I'm sure you can enjoy.
But the fact that they're focusing on the story has me interested, but I'm lowering my expectations for that. But as for the game itself, that's like a day one pickup.
Yeah.
If it all still goes well through the trailers and all that.
Yeah. Speaking about day one pickups.
Yeah, I was going to say, anything else we want to talk about before we get to this one? Because
I've pretty much got nothing else if you guys just want to jump right into it.
Because Halo
Infinite is
going to be pretty...
It better be.
Mm-hmm.
Because...
2, it better be.
2, it better be. And 3, it better be. Because coming from a guy who's not all that big into gaming... I love it. I do enjoy it, but I just don't consider myself that big into gaming. But considering what happened with the Halo trilogy, with Bungie, and then when they sold it to 343 Studios, how things got a little different. Not so bad, because I did enjoy the 4th and the 5th, and those are the only ones that 343 made, right? 4 and 5?
I think so.
I did enjoy those games, but they do need to have kind of a bit of a revamp. They need to have a good solid game again.
Yeah, I think.
And I mean, to say the least, it looked great. We didn't really see much gameplay, if any. But
I think what they need to focus on this time is because what Halo's been known for is their story.
Yes.
And so they need to get back to that because the multiplayer in 5 was so cool. It was really different from all the other Halo games. And so now with this one, showing Master Chief's.
I was gonna say that. So Master Chief is like, hey, we're getting back to form.
Yeah,
we're getting back to it.
It's a get back to basics, get back to what worked in the first place, and hopefully you do that. You throw some cool graphics in, maybe one or two things that you might take a risk with, but don't rely completely on that, and then we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, well.
Anything else from Microsoft?
Only one way to find out.
We'll only one way.
They did come out with cool shoes that I mentioned before, but
Oh, the Xbox shoes.
Yeah. Those look pretty cool. But
all right,
what's up next?
Bethesda with just these short, like not as many as Microsoft released, but these games that are coming out sound and look amazing. Rage 2 looked really cool, although I didn't get to see like gameplay for it. I only saw like the cinematic. Mm-hmm. That looks so much fun. It's kind of Mad Max style, and it's Bethesda. It's
quality
Fallout,
company.
And it's just you got your RPG. Like Bethesda's like a really great RPG company, and so they want to move away from just being known as the Fallout and the Skyrim guys, and so Rage 2.
Wait. They make games other than Skyrim?
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
And all its numerous ports?
Well, exactly. Wolfenstein's pretty big.
Wolfenstein is
that's a pretty
huge.
big game.
But that's 3. And so they're trying to expand. And, and Wolfenstein is relatively coming onto its own. Like, it's like a...
Yeah.
Like, this last one that was released did really well. And, like, everybody really liked it. Thought it was a really fun game. So now they're releasing a sequel for Wolfenstein. So they're trying to keep it going. Prey was also really fun. It's not a Fallout or Skyrim.
They're releasing a DLC for it.
Yeah. So I never got to play Prey. I told my buddy to pick it up, and he loves it. Like, he was like, "Thanks for."
You recommended a game you never played.
Exactly. I watched the trailer for it. It looked super great.
If you know, you know.
I know, and like I knew he was into that kind of game. He loves Fallout. He loves Skyrim. I was like, listen, Prey might be right up your alley. It's space that. So,
yeah.
But Rage 2 looks really cool. I don't know about a Rage.
Fallout 76 looks pretty cool.
Fallout 76. Now, there's a lot of controversy about Fallout 76.
I haven't played a Fallout game though, so for me to say that looks pretty cool is kind of might be my intro.
It is what it is now. Is it's a multiplayer game.
Fallout?
It's an MMO.
Oh, you're right.
So they're Fallout has always been a single player game, and so now they've announced it to be an MMO, and people are like, "Whoa, what are you talking about? Like this is not Fallout. Like that's not Fallout. That's weird. That's bizarre." And so there's a lot of like hesitance. Like, am I going to pick this up? It's an MMO. I love MMORPGs, and so the first thing I'm going to do is pick up a game like Fallout 76. So I'm really excited for it. I can't wait. If it's MMORPG, there will be a beta for it. So I'm looking for a beta for Fallout 76. That'll be really fun.
Keep it on that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all of Bethesda's games look good. Just like the visuals and like how they presented them, they all look great.
I still have to get into some of their games because I know they talked about a new Elder Scrolls.
Oh
yeah, but you won't see that for a few years until the next console.
which is fair enough. But that's what I'm saying. Like I have no idea what any of that entails or what any of that is. I've heard Skyrim is great. I haven't not heard that for the last 8 years.
Yep.
Or 7 years.
7 years.
It's basically got a mini resurgence with the Switch.
Yeah.
So, which I have with the Switch and an Xbox. So I kind of want to try it out, but at the same time, I have a feeling like it's a bit too much for me. And it's not in like I'm so overwhelmed, I don't know what to do, but just like it looks cool. It looks like a lot of fun.
Too serious?
It's just I don't know if it's too serious. There's just something about it where, not that I wouldn't try it, I just probably wouldn't
buy it.
No, I'd buy it if it were cheap, like $20.
It's always on sale.
But it's always on sale. That's what I'm saying. So clearly, there's something else stopping me from buying it because I could have picked it up pretty cheap by now, especially for the Xbox. I don't know what it is. There's just something about it where I just don't want to get into it because I'm feeling like it'll
overwhelming.
Take me a while, and it'll just be this thing where it's like, okay, now I got to finish. Because I'm one of the guys
like Forza.
Like Forza. I'm one of the guys where I start a game, I want to finish that game. I don't want to juggle. I don't like juggling too many games at the same time.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So
you
know what I mean?
There's a lot of quests.
Because Forza, you haven't even finished Skyrim, and that game.
Well, I finished the campaigns now, which is awesome.
Oh, never mind.
But I have finished all of the for a while.
Yeah.
It took me a long.
It took you a while, right? That's what I'm saying. So
But I was also that guy is like, oh, I'm playing. There's another game.
But the thing is, knowing that it's that kind of game, I have no problem being like, okay, let me do a couple quests, then do some other stuff, and then just pick it up later. So that. You know what? I might have to try it out. I might just have to get it and kind of make myself do it.
Have you started it, Gabe?
No, I have not. Not yet.
Have you started Shadow of War or Shadow of Mordor?
No, I have not.
What have you been doing?
I finished Horizon, and then
Zero Dawn.
Overwatch. Just sort of.
They did have an event recently. So.
Yeah. But that's an event.
Exactly.
That's an event. It's only
play
limited
day and day.
time. You gotta
How
play.
else are you gonna get those loot boxes?
Exactly. You gotta play. Get those skins. Get that stuff.
I can't complain.
All right, we're getting off topic here.
Yeah. But what's up next?
Square Enix.
All right, shapes.
Okay.
Sorry, I had to. There's always got to be one.
So Shadow of the Tomb Raider, I think, looks cool. It looks like a Tomb Raider game. That's
another Tomb Raider.
It's just another Tomb Raider game.
Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
She's been all over the world. Where's she going now?
Another world.
Another world.
Oh,
that's cool.
thinking outside the.
I was just making that up.
The Shadow World, maybe.
Wow.
Shadow.
I was gonna make that joke.
The Shadow World. Yu-Gi-Oh. That's where Yu-Gi-Oh is.
Now I didn't get a chance to see this, but I didn't realize they were coming out with Dragon Quest. I've heard of that game. Why have I heard of Dragon Quest?
11.
Because there's 10 of them.
There seems to be.
Yeah, it's like an anime styled RPG.
Yeah, I've seen it around.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's been around for a while apparently.
Yeah. Same with look right above that. Final Fantasy 15, 14? That's 14.
Yeah, they've been going.
Oh, that's DLC, and that's an MMORPG.
Right, but there's like 15 of those.
Yeah,
so.
That's true. And I started. Those were like one of my first video games. But what I'm really excited about Square Enix is a game for the Switch called Octopath Traveler.
Yeah, I remember you had the. Would you have the demo for that?
I had the demo for it for a long time. Like that demo was out for 3 months. Like it was a long time going because they wanted you to really try it out.
Yeah.
And it looks like a Final Fantasy game. It looks and feels, except you can be any one of these characters.
It's 8, right? 8.
It's 8 different characters.
Yeah.
8 different characters, but they all intersect each other at some point or another.
Like they all have their own story.
And if you play them, so usually when you get an NPC, it's where they start and then you have to level them up. But if you interconnect these guys, and you start with the girl, I don't remember any of their names, but you start with the girl and you play with her for 5 levels. Let's get her to level 5. Then you start on the other guy and you get him to 5 levels. Well, now when they intertwine, they're both at level 5. They have good gear and they have all this stuff. So I thought that was a wicked, awesome idea.
It looks like a cool game.
So I'm definitely picking that up, and that's coming out July.
Yeah,
that's coming out in a month.
Not far away.
July 13th.
Not far away.
Yeah,
I'm definitely picking that game up.
We finally got a date for Kingdom Hearts 3, early 2019.
Oh yeah, that game.
Is that Equinox?
That is. I just forgot to put it in for Square Enix, but
okay, that game looks fun too.
Cool. Yeah, people have been waiting for that for over 10 years.
It's like The Incredibles 2.
Except that's 14.
Well, no, because you had like Kingdom Hearts, then Kingdom Hearts 2, and then a bunch of different games that were not Kingdom Hearts 3. I think there's a Kingdom Hearts 2.5.
Yeah, there's like weird ones.
And then there's like Dreamed Up Distance, Birth by Sleep.
Still
and
go watch
now
Incredibles 2.
And then now they have Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah.
Is that it for Square Enix?
I think so.
Yeah, that's about it.
All right.
Ubisoft. I have a couple talking points with this one.
Go ahead.
One, Just Dance.
Really?
It's about it. Yeah. No, there's nothing to it, except it's a cool. I mean, it's not one of those games that it's like a Madden or an EA, any kind of sports game. You just look forward to the new content, to the new songs, new dance. I have a lot of fun with Just Dance games. That's the only dancing that I'm good at because they tell me what to do. I'm pretty good at following directions. Assassin's Creed Odyssey kind of struck my attention, but I still have to play my Assassin's Creed game. I still haven't even opened. I opened the box, but it's not even. So
downloaded. You looked at the disc,
yes,
but you didn't do anything.
It's not even on my Xbox. So
okay.
I'll still download it. So I still have a lot of Assassin's Creed to go through. But the one that stuck with me most was the Mario Rabbids Donkey Kong DLC. It's like a season pass because I have Mario Rabbids, and a lot of people. It seemed really strange when it first came out, and I didn't get it when it first came out. I was like, "What is this? What's going on here?" It's like what's the game that was XCOM is famous for that turn by turn game. Yeah. And the IGN review put it perfectly. It's an XCOM taken in a different direction, but it was good. Well, I'm sure XCOM had its success, but
It's hard. That game is
I'm
way
sure it's
harder
hard. But
than
this game,
Rabbids.
well, it's gonna be harder than Rabbids. But this game's a lot of fun, and
Yeah.
and to see more DLC for it, you have to pay $20 for it. But I'll gladly do that. That game was a lot of fun, and I played hours and hours on it. And I just there's more now. So
I like how they presented it. Like they had live music of the Donkey Kong themes and different.
theme?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that was great.
I'm just surprised that the Rabbids and Mario crossover works so well.
I'm glad that they took the
I'm,
risk.
I'm glad I am too, because then you get games like this.
Yeah.
So-
I am too.
I'm not gonna take a lot of time because we gotta keep moving.
Yeah.
moving.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Confused why they're doing another one so soon.
I was gonna
but
say, when did Origins was
Last year.
it was literally last year.
It came out like October.
October.
Wow.
Yeah.
It hasn't even been a year.
It hasn't.
No,
And
this one
so-
comes out October too, I think.
So it'll be a year, and then we get
For a
Odyssey.
full.
Hey,
To be fair,
hey,
Assassin's Creed game.
Ubisoft. We know how they do.
In
So.
Origins, they had a lot of Greek. Like there was a lot of like triremes sailing
This
in
is
the
probably-
sea.
so, yeah, it's
and
totally
so I get why they would push this. Like maybe they already had this on the back burner and like they were ready to go.
Yeah, but so
Yeah.
soon.
So soon is crazy. And then I saw Beyond Good and Evil 2. That looked really fun.
That cinematic looked really good.
Yeah, it did. It looked really fun. And so that's all I gotta say for it.
For me, it was Skull and Bones, which is the pirate game coming to the
yeah.
PlayStation.
You and pirates.
Pirates are awesome.
Pirates are great. I agree with you.
This is basically the combat from Assassin's Creed Black Flag, just made into a game with RPG elements. Like you build up your ship and your crew, but it's focused strictly on the ship combat,
Oh, wow.
and it just looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I'm willing to give it a shot, and I think that's about it for Ubisoft.
Yeah. All right. So
Oh,
it's,
you're an
I'll take-
Ubisoft fellow, not a
It's-
Ubisoft. Oh no, it is Ubisoft.
It is Ubisoft.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right.
It's okay.
Edit.
No.
No,
That's not gonna help you here.
we're leaving that in.
Uh,
Next up is Sony.
I don't.
I'll
have,
let you guys go first.
I don't have
Yeah,
a PS4,
I don't-
so
I don't have
Yeah,
a-
but you guys have seen the
I
games,
did have
right?
I did have a PSP when I was younger,
I
and
did
that was
too.
a lot of fun. I even had the one that looked like the Sidekick, the Go.
Mhm.
That was the most recent thing I
That
had.
was like a
I will say the Spider-Man game looks kick-ass.
That
That,
does
looks
look
like a
very
lot of
good.
fun.
Mm-hmm.
That looks like so much fun.
You
so
know-
I will say that, but I don't have a PS4, so I don't know most.
I
don't keep
I
up with
watch a
most
lot of gamers and things like that. My buddy Michael Jones is like the only reason I bought a PlayStation 4 was to get God of War and Spider-Man. Spider-Man just looks too fucking good. A quote. Just looks too fucking good.
Too fucking good.
And so
It's like a Batman Arkham game, but with Spider-Man.
what with
But
Spider-Man,
with Spider-Man.
that looks awesome. And I'm always excited for Black
Black Ops 4.
Ops.
Block Ops. Block Ops.
Oops.
Yeah, then of course we got a long trailer for Death Stranding, which has been like a mystery game for a while. And now we are given more questions than we had before after that trailer.
Of course.
Norman Reedus with the fetus.
Who?
So
What?
I still don't know what that game's about.
Oh, okay.
Last of Us Part 2 looks good, of course. It's Last of Us. It's Naughty Dog. They never made a bad game. Spider-Man, of course, you guys touched on, looks great. The game for me, though, is Ghost of Tsushima, which is like a samurai game set during that era. And it's like an open-world RPG. And it just looks so good. The cinematics that they showed, the gameplay, the quality of the visuals, it just all looks so stunning. And we don't have a lot of games that are within this era like a samurai thing, so it looks very different. And that's the game that I took away from Sony. Also, the surprise was the Resident Evil 2 remake or remaster. That was a nice touch. I like that. I'm going to give it a shot.
Good.
But yeah, for me, it's Ghost of Tsushima that takes it.
I'm gonna take a wild guess here and say that Spider-Man is probably not gonna be able to be played on the Xbox now.
No, it's a Sony thing.
It's a Sony
No,
exclusive.
I mean I know. I'm hoping.
Yeah, that's
Maybe they listen and who knows? Maybe they branch out a little bit.
maybe they stop being so stuck up.
Maybe they allow some more cross-platform. I know a lot of people were pissed about Fortnite. How they couldn't people who have Fortnite on the PlayStation and they want to pick it up for the Switch. They can't connect their accounts because Sony and Nintendo couldn't get the cross. I'm sure it's because Sony
doesn't want.
Yeah, I don't want to blame
cross-platform.
Nintendo for any of that. I don't know the because I'm sure it's much deeper than that. It's not just but Sony, yeah, they didn't want to do the cross-platform, and I heard a lot of backlash about that.
Yeah, well, speaking of Nintendo,
Fortnite. Let's start with Fortnite.
Oh my gosh.
We just talked about Fortnite.
Yeah, let's get it out of the way. We're wrapping it up with Nintendo.
Because none of us have it for the Switch. We all have a Switch, and none of us have it for the Switch. Gabe has it for his PlayStation. Max has it for his Xbox. I don't have Fortnite. I refuse to get on that train.
My brother plays it on the PC, so I got everything
Jason?
covered. We got it all covered. Yeah.
It's not on the Switch. You
But
gotta
not
get
on
it
the
for
Switch. But hey, now
Now it's on the Switch.
now we can all play together.
I can see.
If we
I
all
can
get
see.
it on the Switch. It's free.
It is free, but I don't care
No,
to.
wait,
But we'll play with
you
each
gotta
other.
man, you didn't let it go quiet. That was the perfect moment to. Silence speaks words.
I don't know. I think I
Okay,
could
no.
use the space on my Switch for other things.
Well, also that. Yeah, I did order a.
Look, I'm willing to try it out with you guys, fine. But it's like I played it. It's fun. But
It's free.
I just don't get
there's,
the hype.
There's not much to lose.
Yes, I also don't find.
I don't get
Fortnite
the.
as
I don't get the hype. Yeah, but
I mean, it's nice. It's free. It's
but
fun.
hey, exactly.
I like how
it's
it looks.
free if
I
your
like
friends are on it and if you're enjoying it.
the way it plays is fine and all.
Go
It
ahead.
just
And the trick with Fortnite is it's really a lot more fun with friends.
Yes.
Especially people
Yeah,
that
that's
can
probably-
carry.
yeah.
Yes, I have
Way more fun.
PUBG, and I don't see myself having fun with it without friends.
Yeah.
Mind you,
Yeah.
it's a similar style game. It's obviously not as I don't want to say silly, but it's not as eccentric looking, and it's not as animated, and it's not as whatever. But that type of game, or any Rocket League, Sea of Thieves, any of these games with friends are just exponentially better than without friends.
all right. So now let's get to actual Nintendo.
Yes.
Yeah. I would say that the biggest thing. Well, okay, I'm gonna leave the biggest
Yeah,
thing
come on.
for last. But Mario Party is pretty big news.
Yeah, no.
They haven't had a Mario Party. Well, I'm not sure if the Wii U had one. I didn't have a Wii U.
It did.
It did.
I believe
It
so.
wasn't good.
Well, yeah,
It wasn't a good
the
one.
Wii U
No.
wasn't good, but I remember Mario Party has always been that kind of game where you just have to have one.
Yeah.
You just have to have it.
Yeah, you have to have one in your library. This
Yeah.
one's looks like it's taking a lot back to the basics. Like the boards are flat. Finally, we're getting simple. The individual dice idea that every character has their the regular dice, which is 1 to 6, and then they each have their own special one. Like Yoshi will have one with 3 1s, a 3, and then two, a 5 and a 6 or something like
So
that.
there's some strategy.
Yeah,
to that.
there's more strategy. So Bowser has a 0, a 2, and then
probably like
a 4,
6
4,
or-
4, and a 6 or something.
Yeah, gotcha.
That's cool.
It's different things
That's
like
pretty
that.
cool.
Yeah,
I do like that.
I don't
Although
think
it's gonna suck when you get one.
I don't think it's new to this game, but
Probably
it's
not, but-
the first I heard of it.
What they're bringing it back. I haven't had.
Yeah, I'm
I
going
haven't-
to try it.
I haven't owned a Mario Party since the Wii, and that was a lot of fun.
Did you guys watch the trailer?
Yeah,
I did, yeah.
I thought it was
saw
really cool when they were putting the screens of the Switch next to each other.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
they were able to cross.
Yeah.
Dude, that was
Yeah, no,
insane.
you can do that with Mario Kart. You can do that with.
I didn't know that.
It's like It's like local multiplayer with Bluetooth. Like you have to be close to each other, but
It's insane.
yeah, you
That's
can do that.
really cool.
Yeah.
So I was like, let's.
Because you can play up to 4 players on stuff like Mario Kart, but we can't play 4 on one Switch screen. So what you do is you can play 2 on one screen. So let's say you bring your Switch and I bring mine. We can play 4 people with those 2 Switches. You just kind of link them up and
That's so cool.
boom. It's really cool. I'm telling you, Nintendo
They're getting
they
it.
did they're on their game.
No. They
Switch?
have their console, their own game with the console itself.
Well,
They just got to start making more
Games.
games for
yes,
it.
it's just that takes a while. And
No,
it's-
I know
you
there are-
you
I
can't
know there are-
backlog these.
No,
Hey,
I
hey,
know
hey.
there
So they
are
gotta come-
plenty of games for the Switch. It's just
I know, but you can't.
They're getting there. They're getting there.
I know it just seems like the library. I don't know what it is, but it seems like the library is lacking. And Max is
A
about
little
to
bit,
burst,
but he's
so
about
I'm
to
gonna.
burst.
I'm-
Yeah.
18 months.
Yeah, it's been a while.
18 months since they said it was coming. Fire Emblem 3 Houses looks awesome. It looks like they took the best qualities of the last 3 games and rolled it into one and made it different. But, I mean, taking the elements that really worked in those 3 games and made it awesome.
Yeah.
I'm still upset that it's not coming out this year. We were promised to have it in spring.
Hey, but
No,
better than
they
before.
never made an official announcement.
They said we could have it in spring.
better than before when you didn't even know
Well,
about
we
the
didn't
game.
even know.
Exactly.
We didn't even have a name.
So
We have a name.
take
we
this
have
win.
trailers.
I like the
This
name.
win,
I love the name. 3
and then
Houses.
revisit it.
It makes it simple. Like
I bet it's gonna be like one evil house, one good house, and then one like neutral, or you choose the path for it, something like
that
that.
would be pretty cool.
We'll see.
They did that with Fire Emblem Fates, and that really worked. I like the fact that they had 3 different games that went with it. I mean, of course, it milked your money, but hey,
Yeah.
Fire Emblem. But I'm really excited. They added a lot of interesting mechanics to it, and I would like to. I'd love to play it.
You just can't wait.
I can't wait.
Yeah. Are you gonna pick up the DLC for Xenoblade?
I don't know.
Because I know you have that game.
I haven't even beaten that one. So, it's very long. There's a lot to that game, and I haven't really put the full effort into it. But yeah, so Fire Emblem 3 Houses. I'm getting it. It's day one.
Get it.
It's
Speaking
day
of
one.
getting, What's it called? Mario Aces comes out in 3 days. I know.
Oh yeah, I forgot about.
I know that wasn't on the. That's not on the list.
They played it at Treehouse, I think.
Yeah, they
they
brought a bunch of people to play and a bunch of obviously the games and whatnot. Like it comes out the 22nd, so it comes out soon.
Yeah, because they did the same thing with the new Pokemon game where they didn't really announce it because we already knew about it, but they demoed it during the Treehouse.
And that game looks really cool.
That game looks so much fun.
Mario Aces or
no, he's talking about Pokemon.
Boy, yeah, stop.
Sorry, I skipped ahead. I skipped ahead a bit.
No, it looks cool. It's a tennis game, and it's hard to kind of sell the idea of a tennis game because a lot of people think Wii Sports kind of tennis, and they think it should be part of a bigger game. But when you see what Nintendo was able to do, and they were able to make a story and like an adventure with tennis, that game just looks like a lot of fun. And
they've had other Aces games.
Yeah, but it just seems like one of those concepts. Like, what are you gonna do with tennis? Like, what can you do? But hey, no, I'm gonna pick it up when it comes out.
All right. Can we address the elephant in the room?
Not
yet.
Not yet. I got a few more things.
Because there's one more thing I want to talk about.
So for me, they announced that Hollow Knight is now in the eShop. Definitely getting it. It's Metroidvania, right up my alley. Looks very charming. Splatoon 2 is getting an expansion to the story.
That's what I was going to talk about. Because I actually, because you didn't play the story.
I played a little bit. I haven't beaten it yet.
Yeah, and you were disappointed with the game for some reason.
Yeah, I was. I wasn't.
Because I've always been more of a. I really enjoy single player campaigns of games. And Splatoon was one that I picked up mainly because of that. And
Coming from the guy who said earlier in this episode that it's better to play games with multiple people. I know.
But the thing is, Nintendo doesn't have that type of online system yet where you can chat with friends and when you can group up in a party type style. So on the Splatoon multiplayer, I'd be playing people that I don't know and I can't really talk to people and you can't really group up with your friends, which is why I got it mainly because of the story, which was a fun story. It did entertain me for a while. And this is a big expansion. It's like 80 more levels. So it's a lot.
Oh, I didn't know it was that big.
No, it's a lot. It's a huge expansion.
And if you beat it, you get to play as the Octoling now.
That I did not know. But it definitely seems like a nice chunk of content added onto the story. So that was pretty cool. And now...
No, wait, I got one more thing.
Never mind. And now we talk about Gabe's one.
As far as Pokemon, Max is loving it. I'm a bit disappointed that it looks like a cross between a remake of Kanto, which is my favorite region, so it's not that it's Kanto, and a cross between that and Pokemon Go. I just feel like if you're going to be different, be different. If you're going to be similar, be similar. Don't kind of like mesh this. It has good features. I'm not saying it's going to be a bad game. I'm just saying... This is the Pokemon game we are getting for the Switch.
That's what I was going to say. This is their flagship.
Yeah, if this is going to be the flagship, here's your Pokemon game, your mainstream Pokemon game for the Switch, I'm disappointed.
But this is the
remake. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
There's always
but here's the thing that we had the first gen, we had Fire Red and Leaf Green, and then we had Pokemon Go start off with only the Kanto Pokemon. So to get Kanto again,
you're thinking
with the Pokemon Go mechanics,
but that's only for catching. There's still a whole battle system. You're still going in the villages.
I know. That's why I'm not saying the game's going to be bad. I don't think it's going to be bad. I'm just saying, if this is what we're getting for the Switch,
I'm sure once
until next year where we get the core gen Pokemon.
Well, we don't know. I don't know. They didn't announce it.
They did say that. They said that there's going to be the next gen Pokemon for the Switch will be released next year in November.
Okay, so I'll wait until then.
Okay. This is the remake of Yellow that I've been dying for since I played Pokemon Yellow for Gen 1, which is a terrible generation of Pokemon. Mm-hmm. It was awful.
A lot of problems.
Lots of problems with Gen 1. But this looks like they take the mechanics of Soul Silver, of the Pokemon being able to travel with you and interacting with Pokemon, to a better level than it was in Soul Silver. Or in Heart Gold, too. I thought it was creative to take the aspect of Pokemon Go into catching Pokemon that makes it like the animated show, because rarely did Ash ever weaken the Pokemon to catch it. It was always, I'm going to throw a Pokeball, hi-ya, and that was it.
But is there an option to battle the Pokemon to weaken it and then catch it?
No.
Oh, you just
catch.
See, for me that's the thing with me, like.
It feels like
I know it goes with the logic of the show, of the anime. That he never weakened it really. There were a lot of times he would just throw the ball and catch it. But that is part of the gameplay, because now I feel like I'm just throwing a ball and hoping for the best. Whereas before it was a little bit of a strategy, like, you put it to sleep, you'll get more of a chance.
Well, you have to do that with berries. So you feed it a berry, or you give it like bait, Like the
Safari Zone.
It's like Safari Zone, except
Yeah.
that's how you catch your Pokemon.
All right,
But that's not how you battle trainers, battle the gym, the Elite Four, or whatever. But this also gets away from I'm running in the tall grass. Oh my god, I'm in danger.
I think you can see the Pokemon now.
You
in the
see
grass.
them now.
Okay,
which makes it a little bit like, oh, I don't want to battle right now. I just want to run through.
I do like the option,
right?
I do
so
like
you
the
can
option.
go away from.
And if you are looking for a battle, you know what you're going to battle. So it's like, oh, I don't want to. I'm catching something specific. I don't want to get that. Let me
go find
Yeah.
this. And what it looked like in the gameplay that they were doing in E3 was some Pokemon like had shine around them or like made them more valuable. Maybe there is we don't know exactly what that means,
Yeah, exactly.
but it could be like this is worth more. This is a bigger, and that was one of the things. Pokemon now have like stats. Usually they do.
They do have stats.
No, not like stats like attack, special, but they have like weight. Or they have.
Oh, they always did.
But
on the
Pokédex.
Pokédex.
We never cared. No.
Yeah, we never
was
cared.
General.
Yeah.
So this is like this Pokemon is unique because it's the biggest version. Kind of like in I don't know if you ever saw me play Pixelmon, where there were sizes to Pokemon. So I could have had a tiny Dragonite, but now you can have a super large.
I like
Dragonite.
that. The thing is that the weight did count and stuff like that because attacks like low kick do more damage to bigger Pokemon. So there was a thing, but like now it seems
now
like
it
more.
makes sense. So I'm really looking forward to this Pokemon. It comes out
Okay, how do we feel about not being able to evolve Pikachu and Eevee though?
I never.
Yeah, that's the thing. You can't evolve your starter.
Can I find more Eevees?
Probably, I bet you can.
Well, as long as I can get an Espeon eventually, I will be good.
All right.
As
Well,
long
I
as
was
can
gonna
get
say,
Espeon.
but
Well, no, Kanto.
my thing has always been.
You can't get Espeon.
There you go.
Espeon was in Johto.
Yeah.
Well, but they still have the gens.
I think it's just the original 151.
Well, okay.
Anyway,
I mean, there's
We only- that's only
one way to
yeah,
find
we'll
out.
know when it comes out.
But,
but that looks really good. I'm really
so
excited
does.
about
Okay, they didn't really talk about it in E3, but Toad's Treasure Tracker comes out
it. A few days, isn't
July
it?
10th.
He keeps bringing up the games that weren't talked
It's
about,
because
but have been mentioned
they've been
and
mentioned,
played.
and it's just because Mario Aces seems like more of a flagship type game that they really want to push, like ARMS or Splatoon type deal. Toad's Treasure Tracker doesn't seem like it's one of those, and it's not priced at one of those. It's a $40 game, not a $60 game. But I did play the Wii U. Well, no, I didn't play the Wii U game because I didn't have the Wii U game. They had Wii U levels on Wii U's Mario Brothers, or 3D Mario Brothers, and I just had so much fun with those levels. So now I get a game full of those, and they have levels inspired by Mario Odyssey. So you're gonna,
Yeah, I did hear about that, yeah.
you're gonna see a lot of levels that have to do with the Mario Odyssey worlds, and Mario Odyssey was one of my favorite games of last year and ever. But
That's pretty cool.
and one other thing, real quick, I looked into the Incredibles, the Lego Incredibles.
Yeah,
I don't know how I feel about it
I told you.
because I want it. Because the Incredibles is one of my favorite movies ever, and
Go watch
the second one. But oh man, I don't know, and it's a game, and it has nothing to do with the movies, and you obviously have to try to keep them separate. But I want it to be good. I want to like it. I'm gonna do more research. That's how I got Mario Rabbids. I didn't buy it first, and I bought some research. I bought some research. Wow, I didn't buy research. But I looked up some gameplay, and I ended up buying it. So I'll look up gameplay for the Incredibles, and hopefully I'll be able to get it.
And now we talk about
The grand
last
finale.
game, the grand finale, the ultimate finale. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
I'm glad it has a name this time
Yeah,
instead of
yeah.
for Wii U and 3DS.
Yeah, that's
Right.
true. But this one looks
Everybody's back.
bitchin'.
Everybody's.
I don't know how they worked it out with Konami to get Snake back, but as soon as I saw him, I was like, "Oh, wait a minute, what does this mean?"
Yep.
Dude.
Everyone's back.
Well, this is a reunion.
I was so happy to see Wolf.
It
We
is a
need
reunion.
more villains.
This is a reunion.
It is, yeah.
When did the first Smash Bros. Comes out? First Smash
The
Bros.
first one?
Yeah.
98, 99.
Almost 20 years.
Yeah.
They brought Ice Climbers back. That's gonna bother me. Oh my god. Fight two people in one. But anyway, that looks like a lot of fun. I wouldn't mind if they added a space emissary.
I think they might do a story, but
I love
But they
those.
said that
That's
their
so much
main
fun.
focus was bringing everyone back, so don't expect too many new characters. I love that they're bringing in the
I'm not-
Inklings. The Inklings
Yeah.
for Splatoon.
Yeah.
That's great. I think that's a great
I'm
choice.
not with this game. I'm not looking for any kind of story though. I'm just looking for
You shouldn't, yeah, but the thing with Smash Bros. Is that you could do something. Like the Subspace Emissary, my thing is that you fight enemies that are just like generic enemies. They weren't like inspired by the many different games that you have in there.
And I think they should. I think it'd be really cool. But
like it just,
but again, when you think
I
Smash
liked
Bros.
the attempt, but I think it could have been done better.
Yeah.
So if we get another Subspace Emissary like thing, I'll be fine. But I just hope there's something better that comes with it. Not that that's why you're buying the game.
Yeah.
And one of the interesting points about Fire Emblem, Jesus, but the Super Smash Bros. Is that all of the players will not be completely unlocked to you, even if you buy
I love that.
Whereas you have to do challenges to get them. It's not.
What I like is that they're starting you off with the original 8 or the original 12.
Oh, there you go.
Because the first game had 12 overall, but you had to unlock 4 of them. So I'm not sure if you're starting off with 12 or 8. But I love that.
Well, still, yeah.
Because now you can unlock everyone, and so you get a sense of accomplishment of actually playing the game.
Yeah.
And all that. They addressed the copy fighter issue by calling them Echo Fighters and making them alternate skins.
Yes.
Except for Dr. Mario, which is very strange. He's his own slot.
That's
I
interesting.
think. Yeah. He didn't have the symbol next to him. But now we have Daisy.
We do have Daisy.
We have Daisy now. They put Dark Pit in his place. Lucina in her place.
Yeah, thank God.
They didn't do that with Ganondorf and Captain Falcon though.
Who are the original?
But I think that's because now they give Ganondorf a sword. They touched up every player.
Oh, we do have Daisy.
Every character.
Did you see that about Ike? About how they had like Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn in person?
They had both costumes and different voice actors. I like that they went with the Ocarina of Time Ganondorf. The Breath of the Wild Link, of course. But I like how with Zelda, they went with Link Between Worlds because that Zelda's more combat oriented than the one in Breath of the Wild. And I really like the look, how it shaped. Every character's been tweaked. They changed the air dodges and all that.
Oh, the air dodge was pretty cool.
A bunch of stages from the past are coming back.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be a really fun game, and I'm picking that one up also.
Yeah, I think we all are. That's coming out for the holidays. Perfect
That's
Christmas.
December, yeah.
Get the family together to kick their ass. This is great.
That's going to be a lot of fun.
And we're going to play it all together, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's online play, so...
Yeah, there is online play.
So we can do that.
Then they ended off with like, oh, don't expect too many new fighters. Oh, but we do have one more surprise. And they finally do it. They play the trailer in a very gruesome way. Like, Ridley kills off Mega Man and Mario. Pretty gruesome for Nintendo. But the joke was that they never added Ridley because he's too big. Even though all you have to do is just make him about the same size as Charizard because they're very similar.
Yeah.
But he's finally in it. And I gotta say, the way he looks... It looks strange. He looks a little too scary for Smash Brothers, like a little too realistic. But
yeah, and his amiibo does.
Yeah, I really like the amiibo though. Finally, they added him more villains and more Metroid representation. You don't need it, but yeah, no, we're getting it. Anything else? Looking forward to remixed music and all that.
I think we're all done.
I think that's about it.
That's pretty much it.
So,
all right, there's our E3 recap.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Those are the games that we really liked and wanted to talk about. So let us know what you guys want to talk about in the comments.
Yeah, I was going to say, we appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Let us know.
Yeah. So from all of us here.
At the Gator Podcast Studios.
So I'm Max. Bye.
I'm Gabe.
And I'm Rodrigo.
Bye.